Canada. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to put some Chinesium LED lights on my ATV. Probably going to mount it here. Some little Z-Moon Chinesium LED lights. I put one on my son's right there. And now it's my turn. Let's get to it. Our first step is to remove this instrument cluster panel deal with our fist power. Power fist Allen wrenches here. So I believe 30 seconds Allen head bolts here. Take those off. Let's see what we got. One down. That one's a little snugger. Tighter, that one there. Okay. Lots of real estate in there to drill into and mount some lights. I might even mount some on the side. Is there enough room there? Oh, we could do that later on. Start off with the one on the front first. So here we have the light bar. Positive and negative wire. Got a couple nuts in this slider track here to hold the mounting bracket on whatever way you want to mount it. Like that. There's little ribs in here too, which allows it, once you get your good location, it doesn't bounce around or move. It stays in there. It also comes with the hardware. So let's kind of mock this thing up before we drill any holes, figure out where we're going to put it. That's not going to work out because the angle of this front here, you can't get it's either going to be pointing at the sky or at the ground, like right in front of me. So not going to work out that way. We're going to have to go back to the drawing board, start again. Option number 2, I have a few of these kicking around here. So let's see what happens. It's more of like a spot beam. I kind of wanted a flood, but let's see what we can do. I decided to mount 2 lights, so one on each side, obviously. So I got my hole drilled here, going to be kind of like this. This way I can kind of tune them too, if I need more down or up, side to side. If I want to light the side of the trail or bush or wherever, if I'm working, that will help me do that. So what I gotta do now is mount these brackets up with the provided hardware here and get to it. We'll mount them up and then we will do the wiring after. We have the one bracket mounted up here just like that. We'll do the same on the other side. It'll be pretty sweet. There, the lights are all mounted up. And what I'm gonna do is, there's the auxiliary port there. That's got constant power. So I'm gonna tap into that and put a switch up on the dash somewhere. And that'll be auxiliary lights that will work when the ATV is turned off. So if I need a little bit of light, I got a little bit of light. There we go. With the gauge cluster taken off and disconnected, I have my constant power here from the battery. So this is what I'm going to tap into. And I found a switch here. And this is a lit switch, so when the thing's on, it'll light up, or when it's just powered on, the light or the switch will be lit. And a bunch of electrical connectors, a little bit of wire. And I think it'll be a pretty easy wire job. I'm probably going to drill a couple holes to pull the wires through to clean it up, make it look a little better. And then we'll tap in to that. Everything will still work, but we'll have a switched light. Just got to figure out where I'm going to put the switch now too. I used a drill bit and drilled 2 holes just about the outside distance of the switch itself. And now I'm just going to use the little oscillating tool and square up those edges and try to custom fit that. So I'll just work away at that for a bit until I get it wired in, or until it fits, and then we'll start wiring it. Here's a little wiring diagram explanation. So the 12 volts coming from the fuse panel that normally goes to that auxiliary port. So I disconnected that, which would normally be connected there. And these little dots are my connection points. So I connected both lights, blacks to blacks and the red to red. And my switch wiring, there's a ground. So I go straight to the ground from the ATV ground. And then the red goes to the ACC, and then power straight from power to the plus sign on the little switch. And that's the whole wiring. And now I'll show you it in the ATV working. All installed and hooked up, ready to rock. So it looks pretty good, I would say. The switch turned out all right too. So there we go. Way more light. So now we'll be able to see at night a little better. And it looks pretty good. There you have it, guys. So that's high beams. That's the low beams. Lights off. So I'll leave the high beams on and I'll turn the main spotlights on now. You'll see the difference. It's like completely like daylight now with these on. And the switch is lit up. So yeah, it's like super wicked. And there's Zach with his chains on his tires that fell off. And I put a light bar in his little ATV too with the switch. So he's all set as well. Pretty sick. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Take care and we'll see you next time. All right, buddy.
Never go full retard.